Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a very long time since I did a video, multiple years. Fortunately, I fell off, but I am getting back into it in 2025. So for today's first video in 2025, we're going to be going over how to use or how to purchase things off Alibaba. So if you didn't know, if you haven't seen it yet, Alibaba is definitely a different type of website. It's not like Amazon. We can go and just purchase stuff automatically. In my opinion, it's probably geared more towards individuals that want to purchase stuff in bulk, like you go to Sam's Club instead of going to Walmart, that kind of stuff. So it is definitely different to navigate the site and actually purchase things from the site itself. But it could potentially get you some good deals and get you some good products. I know I've used it in the past and bought some things. I mean, y'all seen it on my channel. So I've definitely used it in the past. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into Alibaba and how to navigate and how to purchase things off of this website versus again going to Amazon or something like that. All right. So we first off, again, this could be the first page you see. All right, you got your categories up here, kind of what you want to see, or what things that you want to look into buying. I mean, they have a lot of different things that you can buy, but I'm going to just stick to the things that I normally look at and purchase. So we'll do that. Going into electronics, right? So yeah, they have a lot of different products on here. Wow, I didn't even know it was this many, to be honest with you. Buy some TVs on here. That's crazy. But let's look at some phone cases because that's what I like to look at. So basically, what you're gonna do, right? Once you find a product that you want to get, they have some phenomenal deals, right? Some very low prices. You gotta keep that in mind. And also, with that being said, now that there might be tariffs coming in 2025 for China, I don't know how this is gonna work, and if the price is gonna go up or down. But at this point, it's still relatively pretty cheap to buy some of these things. All right. I've been looking for something like this as far as like a case with a little magnet in the back so I can because I have in my car a little mount that is magnetized, and that's what I use, that's what I need, something like that. So let me take a look at this. So again, anytime that you look at a product that you want to potentially buy, you got to kind of jump through the hoops and figure out uh, if it's gonna be something that's gonna be possible. All right. So you look at the price, sounds good. One thing you have to kind of consider too is some of these you have to buy a certain amount in order for them to sell them to you. So you can't just necessarily buy one. Like this one right here, it says 10 to 499. That's like the first price bracket, right, at 76 cents. So with that being said, you have to buy at least 10 of them in order for you to actually make a deal. The other unfortunate part sometimes is, well, this one actually looks pretty decent because you can actually put it into your cart or you can start an order. You pick, what you want for what phones, all that good stuff, and then paper box, sure, all right, and it'll give you a total price here at the bottom. So it's gonna tell you the price for everything is gonna be $7.60, and then the total shipping cost is $13.42. That's the other thing you have to consider too. If you're buying stuff in bulk, you have to understand that the more you buy, the more money is going to be in general, for that shipping price, right? So let's see. And actually, this is not looking too bad. All right, so now at this point, once you get to let's say you want to buy 50 of them because you want to sell them somewhere, right? Now your shipping cost has gone up substantially in order to be able to purchase it. So that's one thing you have to consider when you're buying these things. It's not just you're buying the product and you not have to pay for shipping. So you have to take that in consideration. So when you try to market it and sell it yourself, you're gonna have to have a markup in order to actually make a profit out of it. So keep that in mind. You can go to add a cart. Actually, you know what? Oh, to sign in. Okay. I ain't never seen this before. Let's go to continue order. Same thing. So it makes me want to sign in. I don't want to sign in right now. That's all right. Probably not gonna do that right now. I mean, I will in the future because I'm probably be purchasing stuff from here again, and just to keep making my videos. But anyways, let's go to something else. Same thing. Actually, took me to another screen. All right. So let's look at another product. 'Cause sometimes what happens is you have to jump through some hoops. You have to have conversations with the people, and looks like so far it's not terrible. All right, so here's an example, right? So this is for like I guess it's a desktop, and I would not necessarily recommend buying a desktop from Alibaba just because it's probably not going to have the same interfaces as if you would buy here, at least where I'm at in the United States. And also, I don't know what software they use. I don't know if they use Windows or their own thing. So that's one thing I would just keep in mind. But regardless, I just want to walk you through this. So basically, with some of these things that you want to purchase, you have to send an inquiry, right? So you click on this, and basically, it's going to start a conversation with the company in order for y'all to make the deal that y'all going to make. Because, like I said, some companies may not be okay with just sending you one. They may want to send you, 20 or 30 of them in order for them to be willing to do the deal with you to ship it over here. And the unfortunate part with that is basically is you have to start the conversation today. You got to wait for the response, and you have to kind of go back and forth with them until you finally, strike up the deal. You got to strike up, and then you can purchase it, and then you move on from there, right? You have to wait till you get it in. As far as coming in the mail, understand also a lot of these products probably come from a foreign country, so it's gonna take a little bit longer to come in. I know in the past when I've used this website and used Alibaba, it took anywhere from 3 weeks to like a month and a half for me to get the products in. So just kind of keep that in mind. It is overseas shipping in most cases, so don't expect to get something right away. Okay, but again, for me in general, Alibaba is going to be more of a website that you use if you are a vendor, if you have your own little store, if you want to sell stuff at the flea market, something like that. I know I've seen individuals that probably get products from this type of website, even at malls, right? They have their own little kiosk and then they sell their products there. So that's you. Then, Alibaba might be a place you might be able to get your merchandise from and at a cheaper price in order for you to make some money. But just understand the other confusing thing too. I know I've experienced in the past is I was in negotiations with a company for some products, and they wanted me to pay them through a off-brand um, way and not through actually Alibaba. And if you read the term of service for Alibaba, they always recommend that you do not go off of their website to make the purchase because then they will not be held liable, for that purchase. So let's say that you end up spending $500, but they you do it through PayPal or something like that, because through Alibaba is the only way you should be making purchases, directly paying them, and then they pay, the supplier, and then you get your product. But it should not be you and directly paying that supplier because then you taking Alibaba out of the picture. So it means that they will not guarantee anything. So if you do not get your product, that's not going to be up to them. So if you just spend $500, you might just be out $500 if that supplier doesn't send in their stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I would say in general, most companies are not going to want to do that. I would assume. I don't know for a fact, right? But because I'm assuming if you do report it to Alibaba that company did that to you, one thing they could say, hey, you're not going to get your money back, but they may launch an investigation on that company, right, to get them removed from the platform because I'm sure for them they do not need the customers having bad experiences, to turn them away from doing business on Alibaba, I would assume. But again, just kind of keep that in mind, especially this a large amount of money, that could cause a problem. And then the other thing, I'm assuming that some of these companies or some suppliers take into consideration is that most people are not going to report it because it may not be enough money or they don't want to go through the hassle too, so they're going to continue to get away with it. But again, I just throwing it out there. You just need to be mindful of what you're doing, and I would only purchase something through the actual website itself. Even if you do the send the inquiry thing, like you'll be able to set up a payment through Alibaba and not going to like PayPal or something else. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. I always stick to the things that I can purchase like right now through Alibaba versus trying to do negotiations. Every once in a while, like I'll get an email from them or a message from them because maybe they were confused on which product I wanted, or they had a question that we worked out, but it wasn't like I negotiated with them and then I made the purchase. Like I've never done that before. I'm sure you definitely can do it because that's a feature that they provide, right? That's what they have that little button on there for us in the inquiry. Just keep that in mind. I just personally haven't done it, and I probably won't. I don't ever see myself being in that position where I'm selling a significant amount of product that I buy from here. Just one thing I don't got the kind of time, but I just also don't really want to do that even in the future. I don't think. I know I thought about it in the past. It just hasn't worked out. But really, that's really the whole video. Nothing too crazy. Want to make it short and sweet just to give people an idea, an understanding of how to use the website and ultimately not to get scammed in the future. So just kind of keep that in mind. But the products are somewhat decent depending on what you get. I'm gonna definitely probably buy some more phone cases. There's actually some things on here that I've seen recently that I wanna get, and really just to check out the quality, see if this it's worth doing or worth buying for you guys. For me again, I'll just sacrifice myself to make it happen. But yeah, we'll see, and definitely gonna try to get back big into YouTube in 2025. We'll see what happens. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and the like the video if you enjoyed the content. All right, if you didn't, hey, it's all good. If you also want, leave me some feedback on what I could do better or what you want to see in the future moving forward, and I'll try to get to you guys and get to those different type of ideas that you may have for videos as well to kind of make some new content out there for you guys. But other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a good one.